I stepped. I pushed through the glass doors and quickly walked down the stairs. Snow was starting to fall. The wind made it dance across my path. I remembered a time when I loved the snow. Now it just reminded me that I had nothing to protect myself against the cold. I wrapped my arms around myself. My winter jacket felt threadbare against the gusts of wind. A bus was pulling to a stop in front of the library. It wasn't the route home. It would wind around the city, making aimless stops for a few hours, before stopping back at the library. Before I could overthink it, I climbed up the bus stairs. Staring out the window of a moving bus had always been calming. It was like the possibility of escape was right at my fingertips. Not that I'd ever try that again. As I made my way down the aisle, I told myself that I could think it all through on the ride. I could figure out what I needed to do. I shook my head as I sat down in the back of the bus. I didn't need time to think. I knew exactly why I'd gotten onto this bus. I knew exactly what stops it made. Yes, this baby was half mine, but it was half monster, too. The doors closed, and the bus pulled back onto the street. I knew what I had to do. The doctor pulled up a chair and sat down beside the examination table. "Are you sure that's the route you want to take?" She stared at me like she detested me. Like I was the sinner in this situation. Like it was my fault. "There are so many couples out there that would love to adopt a baby." It's a demon inside of me. I'm sure. But I wasn't sure. I had sat in the waiting room for over an hour with the question rolling around in my head. It's half me. My whole family was dead. This baby was a piece of me. How could I do this? How could I get rid of it? She nodded. "You are early enough to get medication instead of surgery, which minimizes the risks involved, but it is expensive." She was no longer looking at me, just staring down at her clipboard, but I could still see the look of disgust on her face. She loathed me, and she should. I loathed myself. "I can't do this. It's half me." "How expensive?" I said, instead of voicing my concerns. "It would be about $600 without complications." How the hell was I supposed to get $600? Did I even want to? "And you're only 16, correct?" I nodded my head. I was trying to do the calculations in my mind. I barely made enough money for food. I was biting my lips so hard that I started to taste blood. "So you'll need to have parental consent in order to terminate the pregnancy." The calculations in my mind stopped. Terminate the pregnancy. The words sounded harsh to my ears. I put my hand on my stomach. My parents are dead. What was I doing here? How could I even consider abandoning this baby the way my parents abandoned me? I loved them. I missed them every day. But I fucking hated them for leaving me to face this all alone. They left me, just like my grandmother had left me. Just like Miles had left me. Miles. Why the hell was I thinking about Miles? I hadn't heard from him in years. She pressed her lips together. "I'm sorry to hear that, Summer. But that means you'll need consent from your guardian then. Anyone under 18 needs written consent." I shook my head. I can't get consent from my guardian. No matter what choice I make, he can't know. If I kept the baby, I needed to get the hell out of Colorado, and if I decided to get rid of it, he'd kill me, or at least try. The last time he had put his hands around my neck, I had gone to the police. I had shown them the bruises. No one listened to me. They sent me back home to the monster himself. A doctor who clearly despised me wouldn't listen to me. She had already written me off. I hated the look in her eyes. I hated that she was judging me when she knew nothing. "I know that situations like this may seem hard at first," the doctor said, "but I'm sure your guardian will learn to accept this. You just need to give it time."